Have you ever had an Airstream?
No, I haven't. They were made years ago in a small town not far from where I grew up in Ohio, southwestern Ohio.
It's,
Where they're made now.
yeah, it's a classic that has really survived. I mean,
Yeah.
it's weird, but it's like the standard. I mean,
Yeah, I don't really understand them. And I'm
I think
not a train
nostalgic. It
guy.
may not be
Yeah.
functional, but it's like recognizable. Well, we are on the edge of it.
What do you mean? The edge of the
Yeah.
long distance to the next land. Yeah.
Yeah. So your window of, you said you had like a 2 or 3 week window where your section team might be called, and that's
Yeah,
giving you a pass this time.
No, it's November. It's now,
Yeah.
but we have not been called. And
Summoned.
if something came in
Yeah.
over the weekend,
You'd be up there.
I'd pick up and go.
Yeah,
But usually you get to about 24 hours
Yeah.
to get ready. But I prefer to travel with my team because it's a fairly stressful, actually.
Yeah, and you can count on the people you know.
Yeah, it just makes.
Wow. Yeah, that was too close. Okay.
Seagulls are big here.
Yeah.
They look like
What do they taste when you cook them up? Has
Yeah,
anybody ever bothered?
They
Yeah.
look like
Yeah.
it tastes like chicken. I don't know.
Everything does. Well, since you've been all over the world, would you rather go back to one place, or would you want to go to some place that you never had a chance to? Maybe you never a reason to go there, but you kind of go like, I'd like to taste that. What would be
Actually, it's not an either or for me. I mean, I've gone back to Italy
Yeah,
a dozen times. Well, half a dozen.
Yeah,
times
yeah.
anyway. And some other places, but there's just a few left that I want to do. Like I think I'm going to go to in January, absent any contraindication
Yeah.
from COVID. I'm going to go to Chile, go over the mountains, the Andes to Mendoza in Argentina, come back over and go out to Easter Island. Just
Oh yeah, you were
because,
talking about that.
That's just one of those places. And then a separate trip. I was going to try to put it together, but it requires different climatological issues. So Bolivia is another place I haven't been.
Hmm.
And there's a huge salt flats there that are worth visiting. I've never been to Taj Mahal. I'm going to Mongolia. I was going to go to Mongolia in this past July, but it just was not a
Mhm.
smart thing to do. There's a
Yeah, I mean politics. I mean,
Yeah,
and all of
well,
a sudden the Bolivian government. I mean, God.
yeah, Bolivia is a little bit unstable, but it's not too bad. But so whatever tickles my fancy.
Yeah.
And part of it's also modulated by pleasure.
Uh huh.
I don't know.
She's going to be part and parcel with this. In other words, she's going to go with you, right?
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes.
We went to Greece together. But
Yeah.
there was a lot of the history stuff. We were in northern Greece, Macedonia, and Albania. I would rather have been in the islands, which I've been in, but I would go back there. But there aren't too many places I haven't been. Not very many bushes I haven't feet on, but that doesn't matter. I just like to be on the move.
So where in Italy?
I like north central Florence. It's Florence and got the town I'm thinking of with the walls around it.
Oh, geez.
Um,
Florence's food, Firenze.
yeah, and art and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And I've not really explored the eastern coast of Italy. It's much more isolated.
Oh yeah,
Um,
and go for
Yeah,
the
the-
food, and you probably get a lot more with less people around you on the East Coast. Yeah.
yeah, it's just less touristed, less populated. I took a bunch of Italian classes. I actually was getting. I would be professors say I was fluent, but at least I could, you
get around,
still
yeah.
get around, get directions, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, these are good sized waves.
Yeah, I think they might want to surf.
Oh, they're not so bad. They only look like they're about that tall.
Are you familiar with the Camino de Santiago? It's the St. James Trail, or they call it the Camino. It's a centuries and centuries old pilgrimage that starts actually in France and goes down to
Uh-huh.
Santiago de Compostela in
Whoa, the
Spain.
Quados. What happened?
Uh,
Ah.
that's a kind of that's a reflective, introspective kind of thing to do. That's sort of on my informal list. Very much I haven't done that I want to do. And I'll keep going until I can't. Then there's a lot of stuff to do in the United States.
Yeah.
Once I need handicap access, I figure I'll do more. I want to go to all the presidential libraries
Right.
and all of the national parks.
And get good parking right in front, right?
Yeah,
Sure.
that's a big. Yeah, it
Well, I went back and forth a bunch of times to the city of Venice. I really like,
is. Yeah.
not for the,
I thought
thing,
that-
yeah.
Yeah, Venice is cool, but Venice is very touristy.
Well, we went out. I found a bunch of guys, and we lived in a little place there. And we
cool.
emerged about 10 o'clock after everybody else left.
Yeah, after the.
And we would be wandering around Venice until about 3 or 4 in the morning,
Uh huh.
and playing, kicking a beer can in St. Marco's.
Yeah, St. Marco, yeah,
just us.
Uh huh.
no
That's cool.
video,
Yeah.
yeah. God, there's so many things that are hidden in libraries. I mean, you investigating libraries, the Wikipedia of libraries. You just like, let me see, Ferrari paint chips. Oh yeah, there's a little place in Italy that they take all the old Ferrari carburetors and put them on display. And it's like nobody else wants to hear it. Maybe a Ferrari technician will come and look at it and say, "Oh, here."
Yeah.
And Fernando will love to show you and explain to you, just like John Cagle, every little nuance of that 1989 Ferrari carburetor that won the World Series race
Yeah,
or
Grand
something.
Prix.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't. You want to go to the end or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay.
Politics.
Yeah.
The people there they're almost like another species. They're so different looking.
Uh-huh.
And in fact, they have some different genes. There's another strain of Homo sapiens they just found less than 10 years ago in a cave in
Oh, really?
Siberia, the Denisovans. And that branch went down into
That area.
down through the Philippines and on down, and they have a somewhat different appearance.
Huh.
But that and some of the best diving in the world is all around New Guinea, a couple of islands called New Ireland, Britain.
So you got your own food, right? You speared it or something? Did you spear it or fish it or just look at it?
Usually we didn't do that.
Oh.
Usually, it's a good way to
That's ours
irritate
back in there.
sharks. Yeah, we got to pick up Marv over here.
Oh, yeah.
You would be really.
Oh, sharks? Sharks were down there?
Yeah. Oh yeah, lots of sharks, but not
Yeah.
not the great whites.
Yeah.
Don't inhabit those waters; they're too warm. And a couple of others that are really aggressive, but most of the sharks are white tip reef and
Yeah.
gray sharks, nurse sharks.
They aren't all that friendly, are they?
No,
Where did he go?
it's over here.
Oh.